In a quiet village surrounded by lush green hills, there lived a poor young boy named Arin, who worked tirelessly every day to support his sick mother, and though life was difficult, he never complained and always believed that one day things would get better. One cold evening, after finishing his work and collecting a few coins for the day, Arin was walking home through a narrow forest path when he noticed an old woman sitting alone under a large tree. She looked tired, hungry, and shivering from the cold. Without hesitation, Arin approached her and asked if she needed help. The old woman smiled weakly and said she had lost her way and had not eaten anything since morning. Even though Arin had only one piece of bread for himself and his mother, he immediately offered it to her and said, "Please eat this, you need it more than I do." The old woman looked at him with surprise, for she could see the kindness and innocence in his eyes. After eating the bread, she stood up with renewed strength and placed her trembling hand on his head. "My child," she said softly, "your heart is full of compassion." Not many would give away their only meal. Arin simply smiled and replied, "If we cannot help someone in need, then what is the purpose of our life?" Hearing this, the old woman's eyes shone brightly, and in that moment, she revealed her true identity. She was not an ordinary woman but a magical being who had been observing the people of the village to test their kindness. With a wave of her hand, the dark forest lit up with golden light, and Arin stood frozen in amazement as the old woman transformed into a radiant figure wearing shimmering robes. She told him, "You have passed the test that many have failed. Your selfless act has touched my heart." Then she gently handed Arin a small wooden box, saying, "Open this only when your heart feels heavy, and remember that kindness always returns to the giver." Before Arin could say anything, she disappeared into the golden light, leaving him alone but filled with wonder. When he reached home, he found his mother struggling with pain and fever, and his heart ached seeing her suffering. Remembering the box, he opened it carefully and was shocked to find it filled with glowing powder and a note that read, "Sprinkle this where healing is needed." With trembling hands, Arin sprinkled the magical powder over his mother, and within moments her fever dropped, her breathing steadied, and color returned to her face. She opened her eyes and smiled, healthier than she had been in years. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Arin realized that the magical old woman had given him more than a gift, as she had given him hope. As days passed, Arin used the magic only when truly needed, helping the elderly, the sick, and the poor of the village. People began to notice how life around Arin seemed to bloom with goodness, and though he never revealed the secret, everyone admired his kindness. Years later, when the magic in the box finally faded, Arin understood the true lesson the old woman had given him. Real magic does not come from spells or glowing dust but from a compassionate heart that helps others without expecting anything in return. And so, he continued to live by that principle, spreading kindness wherever he went, proving that one act of selflessness can change a life, heal a heart, and light up the world in ways we cannot imagine.